I would never have been allowed as a journalist in Seattle when I covered crime and justice, when I was going in frequently to courtrooms to cover hearings. I never would have been allowed to wear a low-cut shirt exposing half my breasts with erect nipples and no bra and leather pants. Never would have been allowed. I would have been asked to leave. This segment is brought to you by Eastside Weight Loss Clinic. I'm down 37 pounds on the program, and I lost most of that weight in just 2 months. There's no prepackaged meals, no counting calories, no drugs or injections. Schedule your free 15-minute consultation today at eastsideweightlossclinic.com. Jonathan Cho is so funny. So you guys know that there were the 6, was it 5 or 6? 5 or 6, something in there. Protesters who were arrested at Seattle City Hall for trespass. One of them was arrested for obstruction. And basically they'd been causing this big scene and banging on windows because they wanted migrants to get free housing and all of this. So anyway, they were arrested, which I was super happy about. Well, they had their initial appearance in court, and our friend Jonathan Cho was there. And I say Jonathan's funny because he dropped this video. You roll the video, Nicole. Drops his video, and he's just in there, and he's, documenting the hearing, no big deal. And you've got the, protesters, which look exactly as I thought they would, who are, waiting outside the courtroom, and then they're going in. And somewhere in Jonathan's video, a lady in a low-cut blue top with leather pleather pants makes an appearance. I'll just say it, erect nipples, a lot of makeup on. And I stopped the video and I'm thinking, what's going on here? And I replay it. And I was like, Jonathan, what? Because he just put the video out there as like covering the story. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you really dropped a doozy on us. So it turns out that this was a person named Stephanie Mueller. Stephanie Mueller. And Stephanie is very clearly transgender. And Stephanie is a public defender for the city of Seattle, King County. Jonathan actually tracked her down and interviewed her, right? So let's play. Jonathan goes out after court and finds Stephanie to ask her some questions.
My comment about my client?
Yeah.
I just met her. She's really nice. She's really smart. She sounds like she's got the right idea about things. I really support what she's up to, and I think it's fabulous. How about that?
God, she's accused of, criminal trespass.
In the first degree, yes.
Is she innocent or guilty?
She's innocent, of course.
She's innocent, okay. Well, she's caught on video being arrested and allegedly protesting. So I'm trying to get all sides. So
my client has pled not guilty. My name is Stephanie Mueller. I'm in the directory for the Washington State Bar Association. You could look me up.
Okay. Stephanie, thank you for your time. At this point, your client is being arraigned, though.
It's all just happened. Her hearing is over.
Got it.
It's done.
All right. Do you know when her next court date is?
I do.
I'd like to maybe just keep tabs if they're...
I think that's a great idea.
Could you tell me when that is?
No.
Oh,
Take care.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Okay, here's the deal. Let me just paint a picture for people who are going to only listen to this on the show. You're really missing out today if you're not watching the show. So this is a biological man, very clearly. I don't think that's in dispute. And in fact, there's been stories done on Stephanie Mueller before and talking about, her legal career. I know people are going to just say, Brandi, why are you saying her? Because I just am. It's just rolling off, okay? So if you're just listening, this is clearly a biological male that has prosthetic breasts on. And these are like a triple H. I mean, I'm a G. Can I just say that? I'm a G. So I know. Don't get too excited. And those are much bigger. Those are much bigger than mine. So this is buffoonish. That's what it is. And so she's got this really low cut blue top on, tight pants, and these absolute bazookas that are a clear prosthetic. And I think that's why she has a choker on, because it's probably covering the neckline of the prosthetic. And these prosthetics have erect nipples. And then just honestly, a caricature of what a woman's makeup might look like. That's what it's absolutely absurd. And, this went crazy on social media, obviously, over the weekend. And just the occasional person was like, this is anti-trans and you're just attacking Stephanie because she's trans and all this. No. No woman would be allowed as a public defender to go in a courtroom and dress like that. No woman. No woman. But you get special treatment when you're transgender. And judges aren't going to say anything because, I can't say anything because Stephanie's transgender and that would be offensive. And so that then they just get away with it. Complete lack of decorum. I would never have been allowed as a journalist in Seattle when I covered crime and justice, when I was going in frequently to courtrooms to cover hearings, I never would have been allowed to wear a low-cut shirt exposing half my breasts with erect nipples and no bra and leather pants. Never would have been allowed. I would have been asked to leave. And so this is what, again, like the patriarchy wins. It's like you can get away with dressing like that, but only if you're a man dressed as a woman. It's complete lack of decorum, and the amount of like standards that you're willing to drop just in the name of not offending and equity and wokeness and all that stuff. It's ridiculous. So I have no issue. This is not about Stephanie being transgender. I don't care what you do with your life as an adult. Now, if Stephanie Mueller were a biological woman and I saw that video and Stephanie was dressed the exact same way, but was a biological woman who just that happened to be what God gave her, but her shirt was that low cut and her nipples were erect, no bra, I would have the same problem with it. I would be like, you cannot tell me that a public defender wore that into a court of law and nothing was said to them. I've been in courtrooms where people are admonished by a judge for what they're wearing, for an attorney wearing no tie or whatever it is. You're only letting this public defender get away with that because they're transgender. It's absolute insanity. And I'm sorry, I also find it offensive as a woman. There's no way I could go in any sort of, and The Stranger, a reporter from The Stranger is like, Brandi, quote tweeted me, no woman should be shamed for what they wear. You're telling me that the reporters at The Stranger, if I showed up to a press conference and I was wearing skin-tight clothing as the blonde old Fox News lady, and I was wearing skin-tight clothing with half my breasts exposed, no bra, erect nipples, you're telling me that the reporters at The Stranger wouldn't say something about it? Wouldn't tweet about it, wouldn't take a picture and do a story about it? They would. They absolutely would. And I'm sorry, if transgender people want to be treated equally, then let's treat them equally and say that that outfit would not be tolerated if any other person were wearing it.